Good morning. Today we are driving down to Aqaba. It's around 9:15. It's going to take us about 4 hours. The road, I've heard, is not very scenic, but we're going to make the best out of it. We are at we stopped at Abu Jbara for some falafel sandwiches to take with us on the road. And what did Ra'ad find as well being sold outside?
Teen. That's figs.
This is the it's so good.
Why is there laymoon inside of the sandwich? I've never seen laymoon inside of a falafel sandwich before, but I bet it's good. It's good. It's not too salty. It's really refreshing, and it cuts through all of the grease and the heaviness of the tahini hummus. So it's really nice. I actually like this better than المزة اللي أكلناها ذاك اليوم. So if you're gonna go to Abu Jbara, get the falafel sandwich to go. Now that I got a full bite of laymoon, next level. So delicious. That's a lot of lemon. They're sweet. They're not very sour. Like they're sour, they're lemons. I thought it was gonna be thinly sliced. She's thick. She's real thick today. After a very, very long drive, we finally made it to the Kempinski. The rooms need a little bit of TLC, but the pool, it's the highlight of the hotel, baby. We spent the majority of yesterday here, and just when I thought life couldn't get any better, we went down to the beach. We were the only people on this beach, which was truly absurd because when the sun is shining in the middle of the day, the water is so blue and clear and calm, like it's very swimmable. There's barely any waves. But hey, I am not going to complain about having an entire beach to myself. What was interesting though is that you can clearly see occupied Palestine from across the water, like it's literally right there. Being within such close proximity on such a quiet morning, I was just so grateful to be with my family and for this opportunity. So then I went and loved on everyone at breakfast. Then we got ready for a day out on the sea, which my mother-in-law will tell you all about. وين احنا هلا
اليوم على بحر العقبة ان شاء الله. هيك رحلة سعيدة وتنبسطوا وتكيفوا.
امين.
بدي احكي مبسوطين. افطرنا وجينا مبسوطين هينا على القارب وهلا في العقبة قاعدين ومبسوطين وان شاء الله تكون رحلة موفقة يا رب.
معناتها رح تنطي بالمي.
لا.
Let's talk about this excursion, and don't worry, the details are in the description. The crew is amazing. The food they served for us was actually made by the captain's wife, which is so cute. And they grilled fresh fish for us on the boat. The best part is the spots they took us to. I've snorkeled in the Caribbean, in Indonesia, and a whole lot of places, all right? This is the most colorful reef that I've seen in years. Aqaba is deep in Jordan, so for most people, it's not part of the plan. But if you love underwater adventures, it's not something you want to miss. After checking out of the Kempinski and breakfast at Khashoka, we made our way over to Hassan Zawaideh Camp in Wadi Rum. There's an overwhelming number of camps to choose from here in Wadi Rum. We chose this one because they had the iconic bubble tents for an unbeatable price. Now, we were the first family to check in today. I want to say around noon. You're gonna want to do the same to make sure that you get the best tent. We reserved 2 and both had unobstructed views of the desert. Let's hear a round of applause for the interior designer, because does this look like a tent to you? We've got AC, marble floors, a carpeted seating area, not to mention a whole bed. This experience totally improved my perception of glamping. Like, there's literally indoor plumbing. Like, how can we have a hot water shower in the middle of the desert? Like, come on. Everything felt safe and secure, so we slept like babies. But enough about the tent. Let's get into this desert. Let's see if we can climb up this trail. It's very steep. Who needs the Stairmaster when you can climb a giant sand dune?
Yeah. I'm like, put me down here.
Oh God, just a video of me breathing heavily. Okay, this is the view that we came up here for. Thankfully, this ride was nice and short. In case this is something you wanted to try for yourself, there are camels located all along the stops we made on this tour. On that note of convenience, we booked this tour through the camp at check-in. Like, literally, when we checked in that same day, we asked if they had tours available. They have tours anywhere from 2 hours, which is what we did, to a full 8-hour day. We saw a lot in just 2 hours. First was the sand dune, and then a rock shaped like a head, which next to it was another rock that turns into red makeup when you apply water to it. The third stop was this long, beautiful, and echoey cavern, and it actually is one of the locations where Lawrence of Arabia was filmed. Honorable mention to everything we saw while driving, because that alone was beautiful. They wrapped up the tour by taking us to a sunset viewpoint, which honestly was one of the top 3 sunsets of my life. All that said, if you're not interested in being under the hot sun all day, or maybe you just are short on time, you'll be able to see a lot within just 2 hours. According to their website, tours start at 35 JDs, but if for some reason that's not for you, they do camel rides, stargazing tours, and also hiking and expedition tours. Now, with all that in mind, if you come to Jordan and you skip Wadi Rum, big mistake. Good morning. It is way too early. I'm up because at 4:45, my mom and I are getting picked up to watch the sunrise from a hot air balloon. Let's go get mom. It is possible that my mom is asleep, and she has 15 minutes. We made it. We just got picked up.
Good morning.
Good morning again. We got picked up 20 minutes late, which is fine. The sun isn't up yet. Just an FYI, when you come to Jordan, you are on Jordan time. Schedules are important, but they don't always matter. This isn't really going to require any walking. However, we are in the desert, and I decided to wear, well, let me just show you. My Birkenstocks, and there's sand all over my feet, and the sand is cold because it's cold right now in the desert. Note to self and anyone else out there, just put sneakers on. just put a closed toe shoe on, probably with socks. We just had a safety briefing by the pilot. He's got like 20 something years of experience. He explained everything that's gonna happen, starting from how do we get into the balloon. Like, he explained things in the safety briefing that I was like, oh, that is not something that I thought of before booking this. My guy knows what he's doing. So he told us how to get into the basket, what not to touch, what not to do. So we definitely can't touch anything, any of the equipment. That should be obvious. Some people do like ridiculous things. He told us the position that we need to sit in when we land, where to put our bags when we land. I didn't realize that there were seats in there, but I sat down. I'm trying to see. So we're waiting for 5 others to join our group before we can take off. The wind is a little too strong. Forecast says that it will calm down, and we need it to calm down before we take flight. So it's good to know that he is looking out for our safety. You must keep all hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
I'll try.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
baja el sol, me acuerdo de ti, me acuerdo de ti. Aquella noche triste cuando yo te perdí. Cuando baja el sol, me acuerdo de ti, me acuerdo de ti. Aquella noche triste cuando yo te perdí.
That was one of the best experiences of my entire life. All right, we have left Wadi Rum and we're on the way to Petra. We're almost there. We're on this really gorgeous road. We had to stop because this is part of the view. There's a lot of really cool rocks here. They look like jelly. I don't know how to describe it. We made it! This plaza is the main entry exit point and it's gonna be a long hot walk down. So wait to shop until you get back so you don't have to carry all those bags around. There's only one shop you need. It's gonna be in the corner by the women's restroom. And they have unique pieces you won't find elsewhere. A lot of them are made by Palestinian women in refugee camps and most of it is honestly pretty reasonably priced. We are starting our descent down to Petra and it's very hot. We just walked down the gravelly slope and here's what that looks like at the end. So that's where we just came out of and now we're gonna go down this passage. We are in the path. It's shaded and there's just naturally formed a wind tunnel. It feels really nice and it's a nice break from the heat that we had to put up with on the way here. It's also really freaking beautiful. Once you get to the treasury, towards the right, there's another path that you can take and go further down the trail. It's really beautiful. This is apparently the city section.
This is a studio in New York City. $5,000. Please step in. We just wrapped up at Petra. It was amazing. I was really not looking forward to it because I was very car sick prior to that, but it was actually a really amazing experience and I'm so happy that we did it. It's, I think, most commonly known for the treasury that sits at the bottom, but my favorite part actually was the walk or hike down there. It was just a really beautiful walk. In case you can't tell by my eyes, I'm absolutely exhausted, so I will do a full debrief later. However, right now we are at a restaurant. It's vibes. We have an amazing view. Okay, different.